what's going on, guys? Follow CQ here.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are the Power Couple.
Man. Welcome to tonight's show, tonight's webinar, right? I mean, it is going to be a show because we're going to be entertaining them, of course.
Absolutely, guys, man. If you're here for the very first time, you need to put it in the comments below. I want you to actually go on Facebook and say, man, I'm excited to learn how to get some extra holiday money. Hashtag free workshop Wednesday.
I sent out an email. I sent out an email to my list, and I said, look, listen, I try to scare people from coming to this webinar, right? Because I don't want people to think, right, that by getting on this webinar, like I'm going to give you $3,000 or something.
Right.
Like by getting on this webinar,
you're going to learn like how to hit a lottery.
Yeah, this is not a lottery thing, right? So like when we say $3,000, okay, the first thing that a lot of people normally say, red flags go up and say this is totally a scam, okay? This is totally a scam.
Well, you know,
right? There's no way you can make $3,000.
Yeah, man. You know, I want to see, look, if you're the person that is ready to work, right? You're ready to take action, and you're ready to start making money, this is for you, right? If you're not ready to work and you're waiting for something easy to fall out of the sky, this isn't for you. If you think it's not going to take some effort, this isn't for you. And if you're not ready to take massive action, this isn't for you.
This isn't for you, man.
We're talking to the people who are mindset driven, who are winners, who are willing to invest time, energy, and money into their future and success, man.
Absolutely.
That's who we're talking to. That's
who we're talking to. Okay?
Heck yeah, man.
That's who we're talking to.
So,
we're talking to you.
We're talking to you.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the people on this panel, right? If any of them brought you, if you know any of them, right? If they're even, if they're willing to show you their faces, because some of them, right? Some of them ain't looking so pretty. That's what it seems like, right?
They're hiding their faces.
They're gonna leave it up to assumption. I'm just gonna think they ain't looking so pretty, right? So I mean, we're gonna go down the line here, and if any of these guys, any of these people I brought you, right? I want to let you know something about them. They're real special people, right? They're people that we're working with. They're working with us. We're working with them, right? And creating just massive success in both of our lives, right? All through the internet. And basically how we're going to share with you today how we're going to help you make $3,000 this upcoming month before the month ends if you actually focus and pay attention, right? So I'm going to kind of go down the line, and everyone's going to have the opportunity on this panel to kind of share with you a little bit about who they are, okay, why they're excited, and why they themselves know. They don't just like they don't just like know, but they really know that it's possible, not for them, not just only for them to make $3,000, but for you who's watching to make $3,000 this upcoming month.
Absolutely, man. They are in full position. So you're basically going to see us coach them on what they need to do to make $3,000. That's basically what's going to happen, okay? And it's going to be pretty awesome because you're going to get like the inside scoop, those of you watching on the outside. Now, if you want to be them in position to make $3,000 this month, you're going to have to stay to the whole webinar to figure out how you can be in position just like they are to do the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have each person come on out, tell you their name, where they're from, and they're going to basically tell you why it is so important to invest your time, energy, and money into your future, right? Into your future. Let's have Tina, if you're there, can you come on out? Or Regina. Let's have Regina. Come on, girl.
She's hiding.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Regina, and I'm in Marion, North Carolina. And I tell you, it's very important that you invest in yourself because, plain and simple, nobody else is. Nobody else is going to step up and say, hey, I'll pay your bills for you, or I'll send your kids to college, or I'll take care of you the rest of your life, and I'll give you back all your time. Please let me do it. No, nobody's going to do that. So it's very important that you step up and invest in yourself. And trust me, the outcome will be very, very awesome. So that's why it's important.
Bam, man. You know, I love the way you put that. I've never heard anyone say it like that, you know. That was really good. That was really good. It is so important to invest your time, energy, and money into yourself, man. Let me ask you guys something. How many of you actually have all the funds that you want or need to really give the way you'd like this Christmas? Okay? If the answer is yes, then you probably aren't going to be too interested in this webinar, okay? Or maybe you just want more, right? But if the answer is no, and it's like, man, no, I don't have enough, I want more, I have so much inside of me that I want to give, not only to my spouse, not only to my kids, not only to my family, but to the world. This Christmas, I want to do something epic, right? Now, let me ask you guys something. How many of you are finally, all right, going to tell yourselves this is literally going to be the last Christmas season, right, that I'm ever going to feel like I'm putting myself in a bind to really give the way I'd like, right? How many of you are willing to say that? Because I remember, I mean, we're going to tell you our story in a few, but until you're at that point, this is going to mean absolutely nothing. Because if you can continue struggling and you really don't mind it, then this is going to mean, again, absolutely nothing. But if it's like, holy crap, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, I really can't wait to just live the way I would like, give the way I would want to give, just have the lifestyle I truly deserve, man, you are in the right place at the right time, guys. There's no coincidence that we met right before Christmas, right before New Year's. Don't you dare step into 2015 without applying what you're going to hear tonight, all right? Let's have James Brown. Come on out here, man.
Hey, guys, my name is James Brown, and I'm fired up to be here because, guys, I don't know if you are used to investing in yourself right now to this point, but the reason why you want to invest yourself is because whatever you're doing in your life is not going to get accomplished. Whatever your mindset is, wherever you're going in your life is not going to get accomplished if you don't invest into yourself. You got to do something about it. If you're not growing, you're falling back. You lose what you're not using. And so you want to put something into yourself, because whatever you're thinking in your mind and wherever you want to go, if you're not taking a proactive action in trying to accomplish it and investing into yourself to do that, what's going to happen is you're never going to get to where you're heading to. It's just a fact of life. So my name is James Brown. I'm excited to hear what these guys have to share with me, so they can show me how to make not just $3,000, but they're going to put something together here for even all of you who are watching that don't know anything about what's going on, even, or maybe a little bit, and they're going to be sharing something that is amazing and super powerful. Pay attention, break out your paper and your notes, because everything these guys share with me changes my life, changes my business. Pay attention and have fun.
Awesome, James, man. I love the energy, dude. I love the energy. This guy is awesome, man. Guys, if you are excited about what is going to be shared tonight, put it in the comments below. I'm telling you, it has the potential to change your life. You have to believe me when I say that, man, because if you're not going to believe it, someone else will. They're just going to take advantage of the entire thing, man. The audience out there is getting filled, guys. It's getting filled. There's a lot of people coming on here to watch this tonight. I want to let you all know that tonight may be the night that can change what 2015 will look like, what your next birthday will look like, what your next Christmas season will look like, what this Christmas season can look like. Guys, it is going to be absolutely amazing. Let's have two people, one vision. Come on out here.
I know the wifey's not feeling too good, so I don't know if she's going to come out or not. Well, there she is. I just want to tell everybody there's 3 types of network marketers. There's posers, amateurs, and professionals. The posers are waiting on that one person that they can recruit and hit it like a lottery. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're playing the lotto. The amateurs take a little bit of action, invest a little bit in themselves, but nothing too dramatic. Professionals invest in themselves. No matter what the cost is, they know they have to get there. Once you surround yourself by other professionals, by investing in yourself and getting yourself in position, then you're going to start seeing everything that you've done catch up to you. Everything that you do is not a loss. The more stuff you have out there, the more stuff that is going to be found and the better you're going to get to it. So you need to decide today, Are you going to stay being a poser, an amateur? And is it time to start saying that you are a professional from this day?
Bam! Very good, very good. You just heard it from Dan the man. I know Rebecca's not feeling well, so we're just gonna give some love to her right over here. What's up? We love you, girl. You know, man, I'm excited. But you know, even if she's not feeling well, she's still sitting here. She's listening. She's taking it in because I know that her and her husband are just hungry. They're hungry to succeed, guys. So now that you met everyone, I know Tina might not be feeling well either, but guys, we're going to get started. We're going to hit this hard. I want you all to be totally in tune with what we're saying. I want you to just block out all distractions, get focused, because what you're about to hear is going to change everything. You see, my husband and I, when we first got started online in the industry, many times people ask us, a lot of you on here probably are Facebook friends, right? Or Instagram, wherever you came from, you're here tonight. I see a lot of you out there. Now, I want to let you guys know, some of you guys have asked us, what is it that you do? Right? How do you make money? What are you doing? And we're like, well, we just make money online. And you're like, but how? How is it that you're making money online? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. Because a year ago, my husband and I were around the same time, Christmas season, right? And we had absolutely $0 to give anything to anyone. Like we actually gave vouchers. Like, hey, it was like a rain check. We got you next year, right? We got you next year. Hey, we'll get you this just whenever you're ready, right? This is what we did, okay? This is what we did last year. It was a crazy time, Every time we think about it, it gets emotional, right? On Christmas Eve last year, as I was opening gifts that people got me, right? That hurt me already because I wanted to just give to everyone else. I got a phone call and my grandma passed away, right? My grandma passed away on the favorite time of year that she enjoyed, most of my Christmas memories was because of the things that she did, right? That she did. And I was in a tough place. Number one, I wasn't in communication with my dad, or my family really. That was like really tough because usually I spend Christmas with them, right? The second thing was, we were broke out of our mind. We were about 3 months backed up in rent at that point. We were 3 months backed up in rent, okay? And we had literally like no money. We practically had sold all of our furniture by this point. I'm talking about the dresser, the dresser, the bed frame, the kitchen table, our pots and pans, our television. I'm talking, you name it, we practically sold everything by this point, and we still had no money, right? My grandma had just passed away, and then it was the first time I was going to come face to face with my father in over 3 months that I see him, and it was under those circumstances of my grandma passing away. So it was a tough time. Last year was a bad, it was a tough year.
It was a tough year.
It was a tough year, and I remember just looking at my husband, right, and just saying, can we promise each other? Like, let this year be the last year we can't do what we want, right? Because even in the years before, although I had money, I never had enough to express the way I really felt to the people I loved, right? Even though this is great, right? This is enough to say, hey, Merry Christmas, that's enough. But to really say, hey, I got you this, or surprise, here it is, right? We never had enough to actually do that. And that was in our heart. And we were on this online venture, kind of like you guys here out there tonight. You're looking for something, right? You're looking for something that's finally going to be the one, right? Or you're looking for something that can finally bring you the income to sustain the lifestyle you actually want. What does that mean? Well, some of you are not living the lifestyle you actually want because you don't have the money to sustain that. You're looking for something that can provide the level of income that you know you truly deserve, right? I think of it and I go, man, God created this world in abundance, which is why you know, the ocean continues to come back in and out every morning, every day. The sun continues to rise and set, right? Or the earth continues to spin. It was created in abundance. It never runs out is the point. So why can't we have that same privilege and honor? The answer is that we do. We do, but there's this thing called free will, right? Where we have the choice to position ourselves to get it or not. To get it or not. And today you have that opportunity. My husband and I were faced with the same opportunity. Somebody showed us something very similar to what we're going to show you tonight. And we were like, holy crap. The potential here is unbelievable. But we have no money to do it. Nothing.
Or at least we thought.
Like nothing, right? Like if you looked at the bank account, it said, Cassandra Fowler, you can't do this. But we looked at each other and we said, no, we have to do this. Because we did not want to live another day the way that we were living it.
Absolutely.
Another Christmas the way we were living it. Another Thanksgiving, another birthday the way we were living it. I didn't want it anymore. I think about not only what we could do for each other, but what we could do to this world. But we had nothing in our possession to allow us to do the things that were on our heart for this world, right? Nothing. And we sat there and we said, you know what? I don't care what it takes. Whatever this person's going to say tonight, I'm going to listen to every single thing that they say. I'm going to write every piece of note that I can, and I'm going to take massive action on everything that is told, because I know if I do, I'll never spend another Christmas like this. And what's happening this Christmas, baby? This Christmas is different, completely different than last year. Completely different. It's like a whole year shifted our entire life. I mean, just last week we made over $6,000 in a week, right? Income disclaimer, results are not typical. Don't expect that to happen to you, right? Unless you aren't typical. You can actually probably do better, right? And we had that last week, and it's like, man, a whole year ago, money was vacant. We couldn't find anything. A year later, money's everywhere. Just everywhere. Everywhere we look, there's always money. Like everywhere I look, money is there. Because we took action on what was told to us. So why do I share this story? Well, because like these people here on the panel, they also felt the same way a few months back. They felt like, dang it, I need to do something about my life, about my situation. I need to have the life that I deserve, a life filled with abundance. And they took action on the things that they heard a few months back when we were teaching another webinar similar to this. They took action. They immediately positioned themselves to generate an extra income from home. The cool thing about what you're going to learn tonight, guys, is that not only can it give you extra money, it can actually give you the substitutable income you're generating now at your job if you have one. If you don't have one, it can actually be a full-time income. What we're going to show you is something that can allow you to make an income never limited to location. From anywhere in the world, you can do this. So, I don't know about you, but I'm freaking excited. If you're excited about anything I just shared, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We're getting ready. Val's going to take it away. He's going to show you some cool things now. And let's rock it, guys. I'm going to check out the comments here.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, guys, I mean, that was an awesome introduction by my wife, right? Thank you so much. And, look, as we continue here, right, I want to start off with the foundation for you guys to really understand, right? Because if I go right into the strategy, it's not really going to make any sense. No matter how much you want to know the strategy, right? The first thing that I need to establish is that you need to give yourself permission that you can make $3,000. You need to give yourself permission that you can start dreaming again. You need to give yourself permission, okay, that no matter what situation you might be in, no matter what problems you might be facing, no matter what kind of Christmas you're on the verge of kind of spending it in a way where it only upsets you, doesn't bring any joy to you, you have to give yourself permission that this is still possible for you, that this opportunity can actually not just save your entire Christmas, but it can actually save your life, okay? Mm-hmm. So, the first thing that I want you to understand is, look, $3,000 is not a lot of money, okay? I mean, can you retire on $3,000? Can you honestly provide the beautiful lifestyle that you want? Can you travel all over the world with $3,000? You certainly cannot do that with $3,000, okay? But the only way I'm going to help you understand this is when you decide to receive this and say $3,000 is not a lot of money, okay? When we first got started last year in October, okay, last year in October 2013, we went to this event in Orlando where we heard someone on stage, right? It was a leader, somebody who was making a lot of money at the time, right? And we were sitting in the chairs, right? Very similar to how you guys are sitting outside of this audience right now. You're sitting and you're watching us talk. You're seeing us through your screen. You're seeing us through your phone, right? Hey, what's up, Mom? And anyways, right, so you're watching us, right? And the same thing, we were watching the same way. We were watching from the outside in, okay? And this specific leader said, man, if you just get 2 sales online and you get 30 leads, you will be free for the rest of your life, right?
That's it.
And at that moment, you know, it was so hard to believe. I mean, it was so hard to believe that it was that simple. It was so hard to believe that 2 sales and 30 leads was that simple. But it was that simple. It's just that we had not yet made a full decision, a real commitment to actually go out and do it. I mean, 2 sales and 30 leads. I mean, I used to be afraid, right? I used to be afraid to ask for $25 for the services and goods that me and my wife provided. To look back at it now, it's so ridiculous to cut yourself short, right? To think you're not worthy of $3,000 is just pure ridiculousness, right? It's just ridiculous, right? I mean, and that belief stood with me for such a long time that it almost put us on the verge of being homeless, right? Because I just couldn't understand how getting 2 sales and 30 leads was that simple. Back in March 2014, this year it happened like that, right? I just made a decision. That day I got 2 sales and I got 30 leads, and it had nothing to do with strategy and everything to do with a commitment to what I wanted to establish, right? But maybe you guys don't get me from that point of view. Maybe you don't understand when I'm talking about 2 sales and 2 leads. What the hell is he talking about, right? Well, maybe you might understand what happened to me. What happened to me with my wife, right? When I went to the martial arts, right? I actually met my beautiful wife. At the time, she wasn't even my wife. She was just my sensei. She was an instructor. And I remember when I walked in through the doors, right? She was teaching these little kids. They were playing these games, right? And her father was there, of course, right? And the moment I looked at her, the moment I laid my eyes on her, I immediately thought it was impossible for me to ever be with someone like that because, number one, she had to be way older than me, right? Number two, there's no way she'd be interested in someone like me, right? Number three, what do I have to offer, right? And whether those questions come into your mind right now, you're probably counting yourself out even before you've even given yourself the opportunity, right? And just like myself, I thought it was hard. I thought it was difficult, right? And isn't it so funny that the moment we think something is difficult, we never even attempt to do it. We never attempt to even try it because in our minds, we think it's 100% difficult, right? When in reality, it's really not, okay? Here's the real deal, okay? There are 97% of the world think that is difficult. They think becoming rich. They think making money online. They think leaving their job is so difficult, but in reality, the reason why 97% are not making any money, besides the fact that they're making money off their paycheck, which they're living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, is not because it is difficult, but in reality, since all of them have that same thinking, no one ever steps out and actually attempts to do it, right? All of them stay stuck inside of their mind, and they never take any action, okay? Same thing with me. I never took any action, and it took me several months before I even started going out with my wife, right? Why? She told me she was interested in me. She thought I was cute. But you know what? I counted myself out. Look, listen. People will count you out. Your family might have counted you out. There's probably everybody you can think of has probably counted you out. But we haven't counted you out. Everybody on this panel has not counted you out. If you're on here, it's because you're ready to learn how to make $3K this month, okay? Another example that I can give you is when I was back in high school, okay? All of my life, I played from 10 all the way up to like 15, 16, I played football. I was always playing on the bench. I never had a starting position. I never got to play past my 20 plays because I was on the bench. I never knew how to tackle. I never knew how to do anything, right? And because of that, I never got a starting position, okay? Later on in high school, my friend looks at me and says, dude, you just got to tackle their legs. You just got to tackle their legs, right? Same thing that my coach in Pop Warner when I was 11, 12 years old was telling me the entire time. But then all of a sudden, my friend tells me the same exact thing And all of a sudden, I actually do it because I gave myself permission to finally know that I can do it and accept that it's not hard, but in fact, it's actually very simple if I just take action and do it. And the last example that I give you is in kindergarten. Back in pre-K, when I first came to this country, one of the things that I was petrified was getting on the bus. I thought getting on the bus was such a scary thing. It was so scary to me. I didn't think it was possible, right? I thought it was probably the worst thing that could happen to me as a kid, leaving my nest, going on a bus, getting driven to somewhere I don't even know, right? And I thought it was a hard thing to do. Isn't it freaking funny how the things that we think are hard to do are not necessarily hard to do? They're only hard because we say to ourselves that it's hard to do. Doesn't that make sense, right? Mm-hmm. So now that you guys kind of understand that, what I kind of want to talk about is a couple of things, right? How do you make money online, right? I mean, well, you sell products, right? You sell products, okay? So how you make money online is by selling products, okay? I mean, that is the only way you make money. I mean, we're not selling thin air here, okay? You sell products, okay? Now, selling products, believe it or not, in today's age is very easy to do because of the internet, right? You're not selling candy canes, right? You're not necessarily selling chocolate bars, but what you are selling is digital information. In today's time, everyone is obsessed with more information. Everybody wants to learn more and more and more and more. They want to continue to keep learning things, right? The same way why you're here, because you were interested in wanting to learn how to make $3,000 this month, right? And I promise you that this right here is really important, whether you think it is or whether you think it's not, right? Well, you have to sell products online. I mean, that is the only way you will make money, okay? Now, here's what's happening, right? You're either the one selling the products and creating your own economy, or you're the one getting sold the products, okay, on the opposite spectrum, okay, of someone else's economy.
So yeah, like that, I mean, I love sharing this quick story really fast. You know, Frank Kern, when he gets asked the question, he says, you know, the guy asks him, he says, man, what's your take on the economy, right? And Frank responds and he says, well, you have person A who constantly has problems, and you have person B who has the solutions to those problems. He said, as long as you become person B most of the time, you would never feel the economy. Meaning, as long as you have solutions to problems, you'll never feel the economy. Meaning, as long as you have solutions or you sell solutions that solve problems, you'll never feel the economy. So what are we saying? Well, I mean, it'd be ridiculous for us to say, hey, we just sell products online. No, we sell products that solve problems for many people in this world. Therefore, we're always on the opposite side of the economy, of that spectrum, right? I mean, ever since we started making money, and I'm not talking about a few $100 because we were still broke, right? A few $1,000s, we were still broke. It wasn't until we hit our first, like, okay, $5,000. Whoa, I've never made $5,000 in a single month. Suddenly it grew, and it was like, all right, you know, $11,000. Whoa, I've never made $11,000 in a single month. Man, I had a $6,000 week. Whoa, I've never made a $6,000. It was just like, it became like ridiculous, and it's like we've never felt a money problem since. Haven't felt any money problems since. It was like the other day, we were sitting on the couch and we were watching this training, right? Because we said, hey, even though we're making money, man, we can make so much more money, and we can help more people make more money if we really get this thing down pat, right? So we're sitting on the couch and we're watching a webinar just like you. This was last week, right? And as we're sitting there, right, we're sitting there, we're watching this guy, and he's talking about how, man, if you have the skill set of understanding how to sell anything, you will literally never, ever have an issue, okay, with money, with the economy. You won't, because you can always just bring it up. Like, you always can bring it up, right? So we're like, man, let's master the skill. The guy starts selling something that's like $1,000. And it was the first time for something to be that big of a price. To us is nothing anymore, right? But it used to be such $1,000. I was like, oh my God. It was the first time we were like, yo, let's get it. And we just got it. We were the first people to buy without doing a payment plan. It felt so good to say, this doesn't hurt us. It didn't even affect us. Let's just get it, right? And there's so many people out there in this world, right, who don't know what that feels like. The cool thing about this, guys, is that you can learn how to create an income online, selling things that solve problems to this world, and you'll never feel the economy, provided that you do it correctly. Maybe you guys are like two people, one vision. You know, they got started here, it wasn't because of a money problem, right? They have money. They always had money. What they started here with us for was for the time freedom. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't have any time freedom, right? This is what we find a lot in this world. People either have all the time in the world, no money, right? Or no time in the world and a lot of money, right? And this is the difference here. What if you can just get both? You see, with what we're going to show you tonight, you can position yourself not only to make extra holiday money, but like I said, never limited to location. You can just have the freedom to do what you want. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. So let's go back to what my husband said was selling products. Good.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So you're selling problems that solve people's problems, right? Which is a lot different than selling something to people that don't want it, right? See, a lot of people sometimes they look at selling and they're like, man, I don't want to sell anything to people. But the truth is, if you don't know how to sell, man, you're always going to be on the other spectrum of somebody else's economy, right? You're always going to be living in someone else's economy.
You're the one always buying.
Instead of creating your own economy, right? So look, listen, we're teaching you how to create your own economy, right? Which first pays you and then pays everyone else, right? What this is doing is it's creating the service, right? It's injecting more money into the economy. You're participating in creating this economy. I mean, that's awesome, right? But you're probably saying, how in the world will people even buy anything from you? Look, listen, it doesn't matter what you're selling, because the truth is that price is a myth. It's not even real. I mean, price is a myth. I mean, the money, the dollars, that all has been made up in someone's mind. Someone thought of it and said, okay, I'm going to give the dollar a certain value. I'm going to give $10 a certain value. With $100,
it's made up.
It's not true. It's made up.
It's just a made up.
It's made up. It's a myth. I mean, there's no evidence backing that a dollar is a dollar and $10 is $10. Therefore, it has been made up. The value is made up. All right. But what I want to share with you here is how you actually sell. This is called the winning exchange, right? And this is something that Grant Cardone talks about, right? How do you get someone to buy anything from you? Okay. Whether you're selling something that's $25, whether you're selling something that's $7, whether you're selling something that's $3,000, whether you're selling something that's $20,000 or $1 million, okay? The way you do it, okay, is by the winning exchange. So let me share with you what this is, right? This is, right, the amount of value that you give, okay, has to super exceed the money that you receive, okay?
Woo!
If this is
good.
Look, let me tell you something, okay? This morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, right, I was talking with someone, right, and I created a $500 transaction, okay, simply by giving more value than what she was giving me, okay? The money effortlessly went from her bank account to my bank account, right? Not because I forced her, not because I convinced her, not because I tricked her, but because I gave value so much so that it exceeded the money that she was putting out there, okay? This is the reason why we have you do training videos, okay? This is your team. This is the reason why you shouldn't be afraid to hold back what you know, right? This is the reason why the more value you can give without being afraid that someone's going to know everything, the better it becomes for you and the more money you will make, right? Earl Nightingale says the riches in this life will be in direct proportion to the value you give in the marketplace, right? Some of you guys are petrified to test your value in the marketplace because you think you have nothing to offer. Look, we had nothing to offer just 12 months ago, right? How did we build value? How did we build value?
How did we build value?
How do you build value? How do you become a valuable person?
Man, by imparting into yourself, you got to constantly be increasing here. That way you have more to give. Can you imagine me saying, hey, I could teach you how to play guitar, right? If I don't even know how to play guitar, how can I be valuable to that person? I'm not. I'm invaluable, right? And that's the same thing that he's saying. How do you start giving value? How do you start becoming valuable? It's by what you are imparting in yourself that you're able to give back.
I mean, we look back at the webinar that we were part of last week, right? On Friday, all right, we bought a product that was $1,000, okay? We just bought it like that, no problem, right? But how did he get us to buy it? Let me tell you exactly what he did so you can understand how somebody on this webinar, okay, like this, sold something.
This is so exciting.
For $1,000. Now, don't worry. You're not going to have to pay $1,000 for anything, right? So you don't have to worry about that, okay? So just relax, okay? Don't go like, like that. Okay, look, listen, check this out. Let me tell you what he did, okay? Number one, here's what he did, okay? He sold the webinar for $49, okay? $49. And then he turned around and said, I'm going to be teaching this.
In other words, I'm going to give value.
Exactly, right? So the webinar started at 2, 3, and ended close to like almost 8, right?
Yeah.
So like, and he gave us he promised 4 hours, but he really gave us 6+ hours, okay? 6 hours of value. Now, anyone has to be ridiculous in their mind to not pay $49 for freaking 6 hours of this guy teaching me what I want to learn, okay?
Right.
But now something you need to understand is that he had the right audience there, right?
Yeah.
Which we're going to teach you how to do that. Having the right
called?
audience.
Target market, right?
Yeah.
A target audience. We're going to talk about that
Exactly,
in a second.
right?
Just put that on
So
your
for
side.
6 hours, he gave us massive value. He gave us an ebook, okay? He gave us an ebook, okay? And as he was giving massive value, right, here's what happens in somebody's mind, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down, okay? What happens in someone's mind is, holy cow, if he's giving me this amount of value, I can't even imagine how much value I'm going to get when I buy
this. Yep.
When I buy.
Yes.
When I buy. When I buy.
Right, and not only the value that they're going to get when they buy, but what they can use with that value that can give them the money back for what they used to buy and 10 times more.
And
right?
then here's
unbelievable.
Here's what increased the value even more, okay? He took the same webinar we paid for $49, okay? And he raised the price to $349 that he was going to resell to the marketplace at something that they had to pay, and we were keeping the recording for the money that we paid to be there, and we were going to get the recording as well, right?
Yeah.
So look how much he's building this up to, right?
Right.
So as he's giving massive value, then he does what? He adds more value, and then he starts to pitch, okay? Look, this is about selling, guys, and you don't know how to sell, or if you think you don't want to sell, look, you're selling every single day.
Absolutely.
Okay? If you haven't been selling, you're probably on the spectrum of somebody else's economy.
But that's impossible. They're always selling, man. They're always selling, man. Everyone is always selling, man. For him to propose to me, he had to sell me to say
Dude,
yes.
I had to build enough confidence in her for her to see herself with me for the rest of her life.
I mean, think about it. When you're out with the family and everyone is so hungry and you're like, man, where should we eat? Should we go here? Should we go there? Should we go there? And one person says, let's eat here. And the other person says, no, I don't want to eat there. Let's go eat here. And the other person's like, nah, who wants to eat that? Let's eat here. And suddenly you start giving your points of why you don't want to eat there. I don't like that burger. I don't like that food. Let's eat here.
Dude.
Man, we've always had Chinese food the whole week. Let's eat here. That is selling, man.
Dude,
it's
some
selling.
of you guys have been selling the wrong thing because it hasn't been paying you.
It hasn't been making you money.
You've been selling yourself your excuses, right?
Absolutely.
You've been selling yourself the same pity story.
Man, what we're going to help you do is understand what to get into your hands to start selling things that are actually going to make you money and effective. Now, let's say you already have something to sell. Don't worry, we got you. We're going to show you exactly how you can sell that thing effectively.
Okay, look, listen, right? So then how did he get $1,000 out of our bank account into his bank account? How were we willing to give him $1,000? Okay, look, listen. If we didn't have, and it's not because we had the money in our bank account. Let me tell you something, okay? If we did not have our money in the bank account, we'd probably find a way to get that money.
Absolutely. We've done it 10 times before.
We've done it 10 times before.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done it 10 times before. We've done it plenty of times.
I remember, like I said, that was the first time we actually had the money. The other times, it was like,
dude,
we have to get this.
Dude.
And we would start calling people, and we would start thinking of how we can get the money into our bank account to buy it.
But look, listen, how do you get people to do that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get people that supposedly don't have money to start acting that way? How do you do that? By giving them so much value that they say, oh my God, if the free stuff is this good, I can't even imagine what happens when I buy and pull out my credit card.
Absolutely.
Right? that's unconsciously that's what they're saying.
That is what they're saying.
So when he sold the $1,000, right, he started talking about everything that this course had, as well as he continued, right? Here's what he did, right? Here's what he did, right? He added another extra thing. He said, all right, for those who go ahead and buy that, they're going to be on my list to what?
To get.
On their plane.
Yeah, to get. It was a contest, right? If you buy it right now, you have the chances of getting 2 seats on my private jet, right? On my private, he had just bought a G6. And so, man, the people went crazy. Who doesn't want an opportunity to
2 seats, right? Now, check this out.
Right?
This is what you call an irresistible offer, okay? An irresistible offer. So he's built value, okay? He's provided massive value. He's given tons of value. And now he's created an irresistible offer that people just won't pass up, okay? They just won't pass up. They just won't do it, right? They just won't do it, right? So he's giving value. He has an irresistible offer, right? And then he sells it for $1,000. But check this out. What does he do?
More. He then says not only all the stuff that's in it for $1,000, not only the contest of getting his 2 seats on the jet, but then he says, if you buy it right now, I will give you this and this and this completely free, which was like another book, another audio, another something that was just amazing, which is going to be delivered to our house in like a few days.
Not only that, but the course that he was selling for was something that they sell to companies for $12,000, right? And so now check this out. This is what's happening in people's minds. Scrambled eggs, okay? Their minds is scrambled eggs, right? So if you want to learn how to do that online, if you want to learn how to sell to an audience that wants what you have to offer, and you do exactly what we just shared with you.
Dude,
you build value. You have an irresistible offer, okay? And then you do something crazy like that.
Yeah, you know what? Let me. Can I have a heart-to-heart real quick?
Dude, have a heart-to-heart.
Those of you who are on the panel, right? Those of you who are on the panel, man. Before we even had people to put on a panel, this is exactly what we did. Okay, I'm not kidding you. We would freaking run that Instagram campaigns that we teach you guys how to do, right? We would run that thing like it was our freaking, we were married to our Instagram, okay? Look, pay close attention. Pay close attention, all right? The only kind of marketing we did was webinars. You want to know how we went from, like, nothing to something, like, pretty fast? It was because all we did was market webinars. We did no paid traffic whatsoever. Nothing. We had nothing running other than webinars. We said every week we're going to do a free webinar, and it's till this day we still do it. Till this day we're on a free webinar right now. Okay, we would do a free webinar every week, like clockwork, every single week. We would either do it ourselves or get a guest on. Do it ourselves or get a guest on. And all we would market is this webinar. We would get massive amounts of people to this webinar. We would get many people to this webinar. I'm talking about 80 to 100 people every week that would come on to this webinar. And each week, people would buy. Every single week, people would buy. Why? Because we would give value. Again, value. We would give so much value. And then we would tell them, hey, if you get started tonight, we're going to give you, and we gave an irresistible offer. And people bought. And if they didn't buy that week, they bought the next week. And if they didn't buy that week, they bought the next week. This is exactly what we did. Ask Nico, that's how she became a member. Ask Regina, that's how she became a member. I believe Daniel and Rebecca, that's how they became members. It was all because of the webinars, of the free value that we gave. You guys need to start doing these things that will get you to the next level in your business. I'm telling you, you want to make an extra $3K this month? Everyone on the panel is in perfect position to do that. You need to start doing these things. I am not kidding you. It will blow your business up. Now, we will tell you exactly the most effective way on how we did it on Friday.
Okay? Yeah, exactly. We're going to tell you on Friday, okay, guys? So, look, listen. So, here's the deal, right? So, when you're doing these, right, you need an offer, right? Now, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can either subscribe to an offer, okay, or you can actually create your own offer, okay. Now, the problem with that is that, hey, look, listen. Right now, honestly, normally when people get into business, they're in tight situations. They don't have a lot of money. So why are you going to go and spend time creating an offer when in reality you don't have the money to do so. Why not just take somebody's offer and just start reselling that and get a commission off of that, right? Now, when you're selling an offer, you also need to understand that you don't want to just sell any kind of offer. You want to sell an offer that allows you to make more money with less people, right?
Woo!
Because if you have an offer that it requires a massive amount of people to make a certain amount of money, number one, it's not going to be very motivating. Number two, it's not going to get you up every day. Number three, you're going to get burnt out because the amount of time and effort you spend in marketing that offer is not going to pay you what you're worth, and it's not going to pay you what's going to help you get out of the situation you might be in, right?
Right, absolutely.
So you need to understand, you need an offer that pays you what you're worth, right?
Yes.
So how do you make $3,000? Well, you have an offer that does a couple of things, okay? You have an offer that is scalable. What is scalable? It's upsells. Look, listen, you got to be okay with buying stuff. You know why? Because if you want to make money, you will eventually be on the other spectrum where people are buying from you. And if you're not okay with buying upsells, then people are not going to be okay with buying upsells from you because you attract who you are. Okay?
Ooh.
Look, listen, you got to be okay
Really
with
talk like that.
you got to be okay with buying stuff, guys. You just have to be okay with buying stuff, right? It's like when y'all was a kid, right? It was like, look, dude, if you're gonna trick or treat, dude, you gotta put on the costume. Look, it's Halloween. If you want candy, dress up, dude, right? Like, it's just part of it. Like, if you're gonna go swimming, you gotta expect to get wet. I mean, what do you think? You're gonna dive in the pool and you're gonna be like completely 100% dry? If you're gonna get into a fight, right? You have to be okay with getting punched. You have to be okay with getting hit, right? And for so many different things. If you're gonna get in this industry and you want to learn how to market the internet, you must first be a consumer of the product, right? And get your complete education so then you can resell that education, you can resell that information to other people. And if you're not okay with that, then the people you bring in are not going to be okay with it. And if you're not okay with it in your mind, you can never sell anything. Even if you have a product that you can sell for $10,000, you'll never sell it because you have to believe it in your mind.
Word.
You have to be, your mind, your conscious has to be cool with
Man,
it.
how do you know if you're cool with making 3K or 10K or 20K or 50K? Guys, try this exercise, right?
Do that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No.
right. There's this exercise that me and my husband have done in the past that proves if you are mentally aware or mentally accepting that you can make 10K, 20K in a single shot, right? The exercise is this, right? You start off with something low, like $500. If I say, James, man, if I give you $500, all right, everything else is met, your bills are met, everything is paid, you don't have to worry about anything. You have to take this $500 and spend it on anything other than bills and necessities. What would you do that with, right? He will then think of an answer, and he'll probably come up with it easily, right? I'm pretty sure he could come up with that easily. And if I say, okay, well, let's make it, $1,000, right? Okay, think of anything you could spend it on, just anything, maybe $5,000, maybe $10,000, and you have to spend it in a day. Okay, you have to spend it in a day. It can't be spend it, in a course of a month. It has to be spent in one single day, $10,000 in one shot, maybe in multiple things you want to buy, but you've already paid all of your necessities. At that point, it starts getting like, well, I buy this, and then this, and then this, and then what else do I really want? I don't know if I, and you get caught. And that moment when you find yourself pause or hesitate, that's the amount you're actually comfortable making, okay? So I want you to really do that exercise. Don't do it now. Do that exercise and see what your number is. I'm curious to know who has a $50,000 mindset acceptance, right? But it's so cool that you guys do that exercise.
Exactly,
Nice
right?
hat, babe.
Oh, thank you so much, right? What time is it, by the way? I'm just
The
curious.
time.
Don't worry about it. I got it. Bam. Okay. So look. So check this out. So now that you understand that, right? Here's the deal, right? You see, you have to understand that in reality, people who are looking online, they're not automatically just going to give you $3,000. Okay.
No.
What you need to do is you need to have a funnel in place, right?
Woo.
A funnel.
Am I right?
Yeah, go for it. You need a funnel in place, right? A funnel is going to be basically like your cash machine, right? It's what takes people from the hand and gets them from being afraid. Oh my God, should I do this? Should I not? And it gradually warms them up. It gradually warms them up, right? It gradually warms them up all of a sudden they give you a couple of dollars, all of a sudden they give you more money, and all of a sudden, as you continue to, as the funnel does its job, it warms the person up and it gets them to understand what they need to do in order for them to succeed online, the education they're going to need, what they need to buy, what they need to invest, right? And if you're on the opposite spectrum of that, you are the one receiving the money. You are the one receiving the funds. You are the one that's having their money transfer over to your bank account. And you have to be okay with it. Look, listen, if you look, I've met so many people that say, man, I want to make $10,000. And then I say, well, if I told you you can make $10,000 this month, you'd probably laugh at me and think it's a scam, wouldn't you? And then they say, yeah, I would think it's a scam. I would. I'm just being, I would. And I'm like, dude, you know the scam, the real scam is inside of your mind. Because you feel uncomfortable with making that amount of money. So what in your mind is holding you back from thinking money is bad?
Right.
Right? Something in your mind is telling you that money is bad. When I was growing up, I used to see my parents fight about money all the time, so I thought money brought problems. But you know what the truth is? The real truth is that the lack of money brings problems. When I was a kid, I didn't understand that, okay? I thought that money brought problems. No, it was the lack of money. So if you want less problems in your life, you should go out there and make more money, okay? So here's the deal, right? So the offer, right? You put no, that's such a pretty picture, right? So you basically have to drive people to this funnel, okay?
A target audience.
A target audience, and out of this funnel, money spits out.
Now this is really important, because if it's not a target audience and you're just bringing anyone to the funnel, you ain't gonna make money, right? I was talking to somebody and he was like, man, I have my funnel in place, you know, and I brought people to it, but no one bought. I have 197 people who came to the funnel, but no one bought. I said, where did you get those people from? He's like, well, I bought them. I was like, okay, so you bought clicks to your funnel? He's like, yeah. I go, you bought 197 clicks to your funnel? He's like, yes. I'm like, how much did you spend on that? He's like $2. I said, did you get this from Fiverr? Right? Those of you who don't know what Fiverr is, it's a cheap place to get, you know, things done. You know, cheap. Yeah. Right? Some stuff is good, right? Some stuff is good. But I go, dude, not traffic.
Not buying traffic.
Not buying traffic. Traffic is not. I said, dude, you paid somebody, you know, a few bucks to send 197 people to this funnel. Random people. Of course no one bought. If he's a vegan and I try to sell him organic chicken, I don't care how healthy my chicken is, he ain't gonna buy it. Because he's a vegan. He don't want me, right? I can't send them to my funnel. I gotta send people who actually want what we're offering, right? Yeah. That's the same thing here. Now, if you don't know how to do that, we're gonna show you how to do that.
So just sit tight here, okay? So now that you're sending people to the offer, right, as people buy the offer, which normally is a low front end, okay? What's a low front end? Anything that's $7, $25 to $47, right? Something that's low, something that gets people in, okay? Something that gets people. You're not really getting. You know, the front end is not so much for you to get that excited. It's not going to change your money. That's not life-changing income. We're going to talk about life-changing income in a second here, right? That's just to get the person committed, right? That's what gets the person committed, okay? And now, once they're in, you want to make sure that you have the ability to you have the opportunity to not just make something on the front end, but you also have the opportunity that you present people with the opportunity to buy more product, right? Buy more product, not just in quantities, but also like as far as more money that you can potentially make. So let me give you an example, right? Let's say that the first offer is $7. This is just an example, by the way, right? So they get in and you make $7. Woohoo, you made a couple of $7, right? Here's the deal. At the next level, where they get more education, they get more product, they get different things, right? And you have the ability to make more money, right? What happens is at this level, it's $100, right? At the next level, it's $500. At the next level, it's $1,000, okay? At the next level, it's $3,000, okay? Now, some of you guys might say, holy crap, dude, there's no way in the world that people would buy that much product. Dude, you must not understand, man. Unless you're not from America, man, Americans love to pay, man. Americans are addicted to feeling good, right? They pay. Americans are probably one of the probably number one people that spend more money to feel good on entertainment or things that they just spend money, right? We're a country that loves to spend money, okay? And let me tell you something. People will buy more product if you give them the opportunity. Now, is everyone going to buy all of the product? Absolutely not. But what happens when you have the people that want to buy more product? You just cut your throat and just make $7? That's it? Do you just cut your throat and only make $100? Do you cut your throat and just make $500? Do you cut your throat and just make $1,000? Or do you have the ability to make all of that money? Do you have the ability to make $3,000 from one single person? That's what I'm talking about, man. What I'm talking about is making more money with less amount of people, right? And having an offer and having product and information that solves the biggest problem in the marketplace at this moment. Everybody is running to the internet, and whether you believe me or not, and whether you think that I'm lying or you think this is not true, I promise you that I'm going to make another $3,000 by the end of this month because someone's going to buy something that's worth $3,000 because they want it. Because I've done exactly what my wife has shared here with you, right, because of the funnel and because I'm targeting the right audience. Because I know how to do this. We know how to do this in a strategic way, which probably by now the only thing that's missing is two things. The strategic way, how do I make a funnel, and what offer should I promote?
Bam!
And those are the three questions that are going through your mind right now. If you watched up to this point, it doesn't even make sense to turn this off because now all of a sudden your hands are getting sweaty, your heart's starting to pump, and you're saying, what's happening, what's going on, what's about to happen? Well, look, you can relax for a second, right? Because if you've been getting enough value up to this point, then the value and the objective of this entire webinar was to super exceed the amount of money that you would have to pay to get into what we're going to share this with you, okay? So I want you to pay close attention because there will be people on this webinar who will be buying very shortly. Now you're saying buying what, right? Well, here's what we're going to share with you, and I want you to pay close attention because whether you buy today or you buy later, the truth of the matter is that you're going to buy. You're going to buy either from us, right, or you're going to buy from someone else. But if I were you, I'd rather do business with somebody that's going to support me in my business and that's going to be actively playing a role in helping me get to the next level of my business versus giving my money to some stranger that never talks to me. Because, yes, there are people like that online that take your money and they don't talk to you, okay? But unlike us, we like to lead people. We like to help people. We like to teach people, right? So I want you to pay close attention to what's happening here.
Man, guys, I know some of you are like, man, where can I buy, right? Some of you are going crazy
now,
to buy.
Before you get into that, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem you need to understand, right?
Let me know when you want me to put
the problem
timer
is
on.
that you don't have the offer. You don't know what offer to promote, okay? The problem is that you don't know how to construct the funnel, okay? And the third problem is that you don't have a strategy on how to direct traffic into the funnel, which you don't know how to create, which you don't even have an offer, right? You don't even know what to sell, right? So you have three problems that we want to help you solve those problems right now at this moment.
Absolutely. So let's say, man, if you don't have an offer tonight, you're going to have one. If you already have one, you're going to learn how to do the rest of this here, right? Once you have an offer, you're going to learn. We're going to teach you how to target the audience that is most compatible to your offer, whether you have one or you're going to use the one that we're going to provide for you tonight, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to get strategic, targeted traffic to that offer. What are we talking about, okay? Well, you need to learn how to use social media. And what I'm talking about is you can learn how to use it the free way to brand yourself, or you can learn how to use it the paid way to get geo-targeted audiences to your offer. Some of you are like, what? What does that even mean? I'm talking about how we're going to help you get the masses to buy from you. I mean, if you have an offer, what good is it if no one sees it and knows where to buy it, right? So as I'm talking about this, you guys are going to see, an add to cart button pop up over here. And when it does, you're going to have about 10 minutes to buy so you can get your hands on not only this offer, but on all the bonuses we're about to give you right now, okay? So check it out. So this is really important that you guys understand, okay? So once you have the offer, once you learn how to do the target audience, the next thing that we're going to show you is the strategic traffic, right? We're going to show you how to use social media. We're going to show you how to do some pay-per-click, right? We're going to show you how to do cost per view. If you're wondering what that stands for, CPV, PPC, right? We're going to show you how to do something called OPL, other people's list, solo ads, right? We're going to show you so many different sources of traffic. You're going to be like, holy crap, it's going to be amazing. We're going to show you how to blog, right? We're going to show you how to do podcasts. We're going to show you how to brand yourself. Man, this is really powerful because let's say some of you have a passion for music, have a passion for art, have a passion for barbershops, right? I know a guy who loves being a barber, right? If you have a passion for these things, we're going to show you how to monetize those things using these sources of traffic. Man, we're going to show you so many different ways of generating traffic. It is going to be ridiculous. In fact, some of us are going to meet us in Vegas, right? And the people here on the panel, they're coming out to Vegas to meet us, and we're going to have a barbecue out there, and we're going to do a hands-on training on how to do these things step by step. We're going to put up these campaigns. They're going to freaking rock it. It is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait, right? We're going to show you how to put a funnel together. What does this mean? Well, it's what allows you to create the money, right? You send traffic to the funnel, and what happens? Money comes out on the other end. This is literally what we're going to show you. We're going to show you how to set it up correctly. We're going to show you how to set up effectively that increases the highest rate of conversion for your business. Not only are we going to show you how to set up a funnel, we're going to show you how to set up an email follow-up system, right? What does this mean? Well, guys, let me ask you something. Do you want to not only make extra money for the holiday, but make an extra sustainable income for the rest of your life? If you said yes to make money for the rest of your life, then let me ask you something. Do you want to constantly, right, have to be stuck to your computer, having no time freedom to make that kind of money? Or do you want to be able to travel all over the world, do whatever you want, and still have that money come in? If the answer is I want to be able to travel the world, do whatever I want, and still have that money come in, you're going to need to learn how to get all of this to work for you, instead of you working for it. Okay, that is very crucial. Many people don't know how to get this whole process automated, and you need that. Okay, you need all of that. And man, the last thing we're gonna do, baby, tell them about that special thing where we sit down with them. You know, tell them about that special thing.
Here's the deal, right? Here's the deal, guys. All right, we're gonna be giving you an offer that's worth $47. Okay, tonight you're gonna be able to get it for $7. Okay, you're gonna be able to try out this offer for $7 and only $7 today, instead of having to pay $47, which I think is just phenomenal. Okay, we're gonna teach you about target audience. Okay, which this happened to be the biggest reason why we didn't make any money for 7 months. We didn't know who we were talking to. We didn't know who we were targeting, right? But now you're going to know exactly how to do that. This right here, this training in itself has to be at least worth $197, because this right here is everything that you need to know. Because if you have an offer but you don't know who you're talking to, then why would people ever buy from you?
Exactly.
If you can't resonate the message to them, get it across in a way that gets them to buy, okay? We're going to show you social media, right? We're going to show you our social media, how we do this, right? We're going to show you our Instagram campaign, all right? Instagram campaign, okay? How to literally set up an Instagram account in seconds, okay? Create the bio in a way that's attractive, okay? Post pictures and post certain contents that gets people to click the link in your Instagram account and potentially get leads and sales, okay? But here's what I'm more excited about. When you go ahead and get started today for the $7 trial, okay? I can't make guarantees, but I can probably say 99%. If you follow exactly what we tell you to do, I can almost promise you, but I really can't promise you, disclaimer on that, right, that you can make your first sale and get leads in the next 72 hours when you go ahead and get started and click on that button.
Right,
what I'm willing to do and what I'm willing to stretch my neck out and do for you, yes, for you, if you're listening, okay, is I'm willing to give you my solo ad strategy, our solo ad strategy here that the team has and the team has access to, completely 100% free.
Yes.
I will tell you exactly what you need to do. I'll tell you exactly the components you need to do, and I'll tell you exactly how much traffic you need to buy, which is not a lot of traffic for this to be successful, and it's not a lot of money that you would need to even put out for you to send traffic to this offer that's converting very hot at this moment, okay? So I'll give you my solo ad. That in itself has to be at least, okay, at least $997, because that's how much, I mean, look, listen, people, I was just talking to someone that spent $1,000 and their campaign completely flopped, okay? People are losing a lot of money. So I think it's at least $997, okay? And the next thing that we're going to tell you is that instead of having to create your own funnel, we're going to have a funnel already made for you.
Woo!
Okay, a funnel that's already made for you.
Why are you being so generous?
Dude, that does all the
It's
talent.
the Christmas hat.
That does all the telling and selling for you, okay? It does all the telling and selling for you, but we're going to go as far as stretching our necks out, and when you go ahead and get started right here for only $7, what's going to happen is that we're even going to give you, okay, we're going to assign with you a coach. Okay, you're gonna have a coach when you get started. Okay?
This is ridiculous.
A coach, a business coach that's gonna guide you. Now, if you don't have a coach, then what we're gonna be doing is obviously we're gonna be your coaches. Okay, and we're gonna give you a one-on-one strategy session with us. Okay, our time is at least worth $297 an hour, and we're gonna give that to you completely, 100% for free. Okay, it's $297. You're going to get that 100% free, where we're going to get you started. We're going to get you set up because we actually care about you, okay? And here's what we'll go as far as saying this to you guys. Look, if you get in right now before the timer gets in, the button's right there, okay?
Right over here.
You're also going to have access to be able to leverage every single week that we do these webinars and promote them in the way that we tell you to do it. And you'll have access to this website. You see this platform?
This whole website.
Okay, you're going to have access, and this is going to be like your own website where you can promote to other people, okay? That we have to pay, okay, $97 every single month just to hold that platform up together.
Yep.
What's $97 times 12?
Oh man, whatever that is.
Dude, it's over $1,000, okay? Over $1,000. You're gonna be getting the same platform that we use to promote. And the cool thing about it is that you don't have to do the webinars, because the moment you get started for $7, you're going to be leveraging our skill sets, you're going to be leveraging our training, and you're going to be able to promote this exact same hangout the same way everyone on this panel had the ability to do, okay? And you're going to have the advantage to be able to do that. Now, how much is that worth to you? How much is the ability to be able to get in here, get your first show within the next 3 days, okay, in the next 72 hours, be able to use a platform that you don't have to pay for, have a funnel already made for you, learn my solo ad strategy for free, okay, and then also learn what target audience means, learn about social media, Instagram campaign, also have a one-on-one coaching with us, and also have the offer for only $7 instead of paying $47. Look, guys, we're giving you a freaking gift right in front of you. We're giving you a present, right, and we're giving it to you right now. And all you have to do is just make a decision. Look, you don't have to think about anything. This is a $7 decision, and thinking about it is instant, right? I want you to think of an elephant.
I thought of it.
Did you think about it? Did you get it, right? Which goes to show that all thinking is instant and immediate. I want you to think about my pink hat. Did you think about that? Did you see it? Did you see it in your mind? It's immediate. Thinking is fast, right? Which means that there's no reason why you should give yourself more time to go ahead and get started.
Just get started.
You just need to make a decision right now. It's either you do this or you don't. It's either you get in or you don't. Either way, we're going to be fine. Either way, we're going to still make money. Either way, our Christmas is going to be good.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're still going to make holiday money. It's either yay or nay, and if it's yay, go ahead and click on that button right now and get started for $7, because it's only $7, guys. Okay, and that's what we're going to give you for the $7.
Absolutely, man. I think that it's just like silly if you don't do it, because some of you are saying to yourselves, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm telling you, man, if you're that sick and tired, then make a decision, right? Make a decision, because we're going to give you all of this, right, for only $7. And this is allowing you to test it out. Test it out before you actually make a real decision, even though making the real decision is the best decision. Just get started. We're going to meet with you, and we're going to say, hey, man, what's your name? And we're going to get to know you a little bit, and we're going to talk about what your income goal is. We're going to say, okay, what is it that you want to make? What's the lifestyle you're looking to create? And then we're going to help you create a game plan on how to do exactly that. That's exactly what we're here to do for you guys. Make a decision right now. Go ahead and get the $7 trial. That way you can get your hands on all this information. You can start learning how to position yourself to start making $7, $100, $1,000, $3,000 in a single day, and you can start building the life that you truly desire, man. So I want James Brown to come on out here, man. I want you to just, again, introduce yourself to everyone. I want you to share with everyone, your biggest takeaway. What has happened, right? I want you to share with your biggest takeaway out of tonight, and what has happened ever since you've made that decision in your own life.
Hey guys, my name is James Brown. If you're just coming on the webinar, I'm from, actually I didn't even share, I'm actually from Detroit, Michigan. Right now I'm actually out here in New Zealand. You can't really see, actually let me show you something out here. This is a little bit of my, you can't even see, forget about it. Either way, but I'm out here in New Zealand just to start living my dream, okay? It wasn't an easy thing to do, but here's the thing, guys. what these guys shared with me today, I can't even show my board. The light is shining off it. But the value you get these guys prepared for you tonight is unbelievable. Okay? One of the things that they brought out that I thought was really a key point was that we need to give ourselves permission to succeed. Just like, you know, just like Paulo had with what he was doing with his football, the time in high school, or when he was seeking after a relationship with Cassandra. We need to give ourselves permission. Sometimes we don't think that we can overcome things or do things that are beyond where we think our mind is at. And if you don't have the belief, you got to take some of our belief, because, guys, what he just provided for you tonight was something that is completely economic proof. Or no matter if the market's up or down, we have something that people need. We have something. We have systems and things that people can use to be able to bring them leaps and bounds from places where they've ever been at. And so what I've seen here, what he put together here, even the way that you guys presented this information is unbelievable to me. I've only put a few things into practice. I'm barely understanding what's going on here. And the amount of leads, I was actually trying to see if I could pull up the amount of leads that I got. But even just in the last day, I produced 60 leads in my business. And I mean, before I got with these guys, I think I was bringing in like 1 or 2 a week. And I'm only implemented maybe 1 or 2 of these things. So I just want to encourage you guys, whatever you need, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking right now, you need to throw it to the side and decide to click the button and purchase what we have here for you, because what we have is going to completely change your life.
Bam, man, that message is approved, man, by James Brown from New Zealand. You gotta take action on that now, right? This guy's an awesome note taker. I see like all his notes back there. Hey, congratulations to those of you who made the decision. We are just so excited. We can't wait to meet you, sit down with you, talk to you about everything that you're looking to accomplish, and we're gonna help you create that game plan. Those of you who have yet to make a decision, what are you waiting for? Click right over there. Do it now. It is going to change the rest of your life. I mean, you heard James. He said ever since that he started with us, this guy's been making 1 to 2 sales a week, man. That is freaking awesome. I mean, every week his residual income is just increasing. It's like inching up, and this guy's awesome. Let's have Regina come on out here and share with everyone, girl, what your biggest takeaway was and what has happened ever since you made the decision to take action on this stuff today.
You know, I'm Regina, and I'm from Marion, North Carolina, but I'm with James on that. My biggest takeaway was the fact that we have to give ourselves permission. We have to start expecting to bring all this in and give ourselves permission to get it done. But really and truly, ultimately, it just goes back to the taking action. You know, there's a lot of people that look for things on the internet and they don't know what they're looking for, and you know, there's a lot out there, and it all works, but the whole thing is, it doesn't work without us. And if we don't understand it and all that, then it's not going to be done. It's just plain out not going to work for us. But you gotta understand it. You gotta take action. And you know, since I've learned a lot about this and been with you guys, and I put a lot of that into action. You know, I've gotten leads every week as well into my business, and I think it's really awesome. I mean, it's been fantastic. It's definitely changed my life a lot before, because I joined up with you guys in August, and you know, before that I wasn't getting anything at all. So no leads, no nothing. So it's been 100%. I don't know. 100. It's raised it 100%. Put it that way.
That's awesome.
Very good, right? No results to some results, right? That's of course.
Exactly.
That's awesome, man. Regina is just awesome. This girl is like persistent, man. She is right here, ready to take massive action. See her business, man. If she continues being consistent just like that, this girl's gonna have her first 5-figure month next month. Like no doubt, no doubt. Okay, no doubt. I'm telling you what we have prepared for you guys in the next few weeks, especially in Vegas. It is going to blow you away. It is going to blow you away. Man, if you haven't gotten your tickets to Vegas, those of you on the panel, man, I don't know what you're waiting for. It is going to be absolutely crazy what we have prepared for you in Vegas. It's going to be ridiculous, guys. Man, those of you who took action already on this, again, congratulations. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. Does anyone here have anything else they want to say too? I don't know if Two People One Vision wants to say anything. I know that they're a little busy with the little one. But man.
One of them's here. One of them's here. All right. So I'm just going to leave you at this takeaway. In one of the books I was reading, you know, Network Marketing Professional, it says it takes somebody 4 to 7 times to see the offer before they accept it. Now, I believe in, you know, hosting mixers and parties and stuff like that, but let me ask you a question. You get somebody to come in one time. How much time and energy are you wasting on one person when you can learn how to automate your business to where you're sending emails and warming that market up more and more and more and more? And then instead of wasting all that time on one person, you're blasting out one email to however many leads that you have. And instead of you working for your business starts working for you.
Bam! Nice, man. Talking about the automation. I love that picture of you guys, by the way. It's such a beautiful picture. I see you, Rebecca. Do you want to say anything? Or no? Are you good? There you go.
Hey.
What's up?
How are you guys?
We're awesome. We're awesome. How are you?
I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh, man.
I just want to say thank you guys so much. I mean, you guys really come out here really bold, and you really help change your mindset, you know, to make sure that, you know, I guess we're going in the right direction. I mean, I know that I've seen a complete change in my husband. And every time I do listen to you guys really do inspire us to want to do more. And it's so funny every time I talk to Gino, he's like, oh my God, I have a new idea. Oh my God, we got to try this. They just showed me this. They just told me this. We got to try this. You know, so you guys are awesome. And I do appreciate all the time you guys invest into not only us, but everyone else that you guys bring on too. You guys are great coaches, and everything you gave tonight was extremely valuable.
Awesome. We appreciate you so much. Tell little Griffin we say hey. That's him over there. I don't know. Man, guys, we love you guys so much. Even those of you who are out there watching this live, we're here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're always going to be bringing some value for you guys. And you just might as well get started, because like you heard them say, if this was good, imagine what it's like on the inside. We give you 10 times more the value, 10 times more the hands-on training, all because you just make a $7 decision. So go ahead, make that decision right now. Get access to it, man. If those of you who stayed on here this long, you might as well. You might as well just go do it. Just go do it right now. What are you waiting for, right? If you have any questions, let us know. Message the person who brought you here. Text them. Call them. If you don't have their number, email them. If you don't have their email, Facebook them. If you don't have their Facebook, how the heck did you get here? Right? Just take action, man, guys. We're going to be here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you guys next week. Anything else you want to say, baby?
No, that's it.
All right, peace.
I have to get in the car.